Hi students. Today I'm going to walk you through how to use how to navigate through Educate, which is the new gradebook system we have this year. To get to Educate, you're going to go to the US student bookmarks from your bookmarks bar, and it's the fifth item down, which is Educate. It'll take you to this screen. You're going to type in your username and password. Your username should be the first initial of your first name, and it should be capitalized, and then your last name, it should be capitalized. If you have multiple last names, then all of your last names will be there as well. Each word should be capitalized. And then the year of your graduation. So seniors should be 2025, juniors 2026, sophomores 2027, and freshmen 2028. Eighth graders will be 2029, and seventh graders will be 2030. The password will be, and if you're not sure what your login ID is, you can email me or stop and see me, and I'll be glad to share it with you. Your password is the same as your Google password, and then you're going to type those in and sign in. Just so you know, I've logged into your Google account for you and have saved this to your Google account if that setting is set up. So it might already be there for you. Once you sign in, it's going to take you to the dashboard. The dashboard is basically a one-stop shop to get some basic information about you. And so I'm logged in as Larry Lyon. And even though I want to point out it says Parent Portal right now, that's going to change. They're fixing it. But it should say your name up here at the top. It'll have your initials up here. So you can see it says LN. Because I'm Larry Lyon. But it has the basic school information, your class schedule. You notice you could print your class schedule from here. If after first quarter, you could actually see your report cards here. There'll be announcements here, including the handbook. You can see the family handbook is there, so you can look that up, any rules. Attendance records for us. You can see Larry Lyon's been tardy to class twice. Your GPA, this will show up after the semester, I believe. So after winter break, you'll see a cumulative GPA there. Current grades, you can see in the two classes he's in, it's showing where he is right now in those classes. And then your school schedule will appear there, and any upcoming assignments. You could also see over here on the top left-hand side, there's the dashboard here, and you could hide that so you have more room. But you could also look at school, and that's where you're going to see your grades. So if you click on school and go to my profile, Lair Bear is his nickname. So if you go by an alternative name or a nickname, or you go by Will instead of William or something like that, that will appear here. On the front page, it will list your real legal first name. We can't change that right now. I've asked that they could. We're working on it. But for right now, the only place you're going to see the name you go by, your preferred name, is going to be in here under your profile. Over here, it doesn't really look like much here, but there's a lot of information here. One is under academic. You have your schedule and demographics. I'm going to jump to schedule first. Your schedule, you can see your attendance, your schedule, and your courses. If I go to schedule, it'll show me like a calendar of the classes that you're in, which is really nice. And under course, it'll give you a list of the courses that you're enrolled in right now. You'll see more than Larry Lyon. And notice there's even a print view. So if you wanted to print that, you could hit Control P to print this out. You could also go to your attendance and see what your attendance is like. And you could see attendance was not taken on certain days for Larry Lyon. Demographics, if I expand that and go to conduct, if I had, Larry Lyon's a problem child, man. You can see he has several things here. These are conduct reports, behavioral or academic. Just so you know, conduct reports are homework passes. So if I click there, you'll see he didn't complete work for me. But if I go to a behavioral one, this student got detentions for these things. So I could actually see those kind of things in here. what he did, what he was doing. Larry Lyon, he's just a bad kid, man. He's been up to no good. Um, you could also see under demographics, that's information about you. Normally, that's why I'm showing Larry Lyons. All your school information will be in here. So if there's something incorrect, just email me and I will make sure our registrar gets any updates about that. Um, so that's the demographic data. And then the last thing is your contacts. Those are like people associated with you, like your parents and guardians, stuff like that. Okay, under academic, you could see, I could see a master list of all the assignments I've had since the beginning of the year. And I could adjust this so I'm only looking at specific quarters or an exam grade or midterm grade. I could also specify a class. I could also just look for missing work or M0s. And then I could also look, hey, just show me stuff from this week, or I could just show all ungraded or graded work. Typically, you're going to look at everything for the quarter or for a specific class, or you could just look for missing work. The X, by the way, means exempt, and I'm going to show you what those look like. So let me look at my learning strategies class and hit go. And you could see it's going to show me just my assignments for learning strategies class for Larry Lyon. And going back for all of quarter one, so I could go back to the first week of school here. And notice for each assignment, it'll list the name of the assignment. If you hit the plus sign, it really doesn't show you anything differently for the most of those. We don't use standard space grading, so that's why the pluses don't really mean anything to us. It'll show the due date of that assignment. It'll show how many points you earned out of the points available. So this one had 3 points available and Larry learned 0. That's why you got an F. Same thing with this one, school computer tour. They had a 5 out of 5 points, and that's why that was an A. And you could see all the way going up. Now, if you see anything in this section called code, those are special codes that you might see. The X means that the student was exempt from that assignment. An example of that would be like if you were absent and you don't have to do the stuff we did in class that day that you missed. Sometimes the teacher will exempt you. Sometimes you have to make up work that you missed from being absent, but sometimes you won't have to do some of the items. Same thing if I see M0s. Typically, those are going to be black. M0 means you were supposed to do that assignment, but it was not turned in. So a teacher will put in an M0. You'll get 0 credit on that assignment, which means that's an F. You still have an opportunity, though, if it's an M0, to turn it in and get credit for it. The teacher will remove the M0 and put in your real score once you turn in those missing assignments. Sometimes you'll see in the comment field a little talk bubble. The talk bubble means the teacher added a comment to that assignment for some reason for you. So for instance, for DTT, those are my daily tech points. If I click that comment, you'll see up here the computer was not charged. That's why he lost points that day. Sometimes teachers will explain why you got that grade. Sometimes they don't. Another thing they might do is if, like for instance, in my classes, I allow students to retake tests that they don't do well on. So for instance, I could click that one and say, he retook the test with open notes and earned up to 80%. First attempt earned was 58%. So that Larry, you can see he's got a 26 out of 32 now, which was a B minus, but really that's an improvement over his first score. And that way parents and students both know this was a retake test and he was able to recover some of his points. So that's how you could see your grades, okay? And that's showing you all your assignment grades. Now, if I were to close the assignments and go straight to grades, it will show me a kind of summary of each of your classes. It'll list all your classes here, show your teacher's name, and show your score and your grade. So if you're an IE and you want to do your DPS logging, this is what I would go to. You would go to my profile and then look for academic grades, and that's where you'll see that summary of what you have right now in each of those. Make sure you're on the right quarter because we're in quarter 1 right now, but once we switch to quarter 2 or quarter 3, you will have to change this and hit go to see the updated grades. Okay? Where it says standard grades, I don't believe we are doing anything with that right now. And then report cards will be posted here once we're at the end of the quarter, and we'll let you know when they're available for you. Other things are documents that you might see in here over time. We'll let you know if there's anything in there for you to see. And then notice there's also an events button underneath the school over here on the left side. This is just basically a nice calendar of like when all of your assignments are due or were due in the past. So I could go, this was September, and we're right now it's the 13th. That's why it's kind of yellow. And so I know those things were due today. So if you want to see a nice snapshot of your assignments, it's already there for you. And actually upcoming work is there as well. Okay. And then there is also a school information if you had questions about stuff. I don't think most of you guys know where we are. But that, in a nutshell, is educate. Enjoy your grades.